Alright, folks, I'm back for the second part of this playthrough. Had to take a little bit of a break. Um, First of all, we're going to go to an art merchant. So we're done with that mission. But they're still trying to find me. Those guards are. So I'm going to stick to the rooftops for a little bit. I'm going to see Palazzo Auditore. Completed in 1473, the Palazzo Auditore is notable for its rusticated stonework and Roman pilasters. Giovanni Auditore designed the palazzo himself based on the initial sketches by Leon Battista Alberti. Once built, the palazzo became a fixture of the Santa Maria Novella district. Lorenzo de' Medici mentioned in a letter addressed to Giovanni, dated 1474, that he admired the facade's lack of ostentation. Okay, so I'm now anonymous. Shit, that hurt a little bit.
All who need aid are welcome.
Art merchants, access database. Looks like you can buy paintings for the Villa Auditore here. Maybe they have some other special things for sale as well. The shops of Renaissance artists were usually small and dealt mainly in religious decorations for churches or homes. Artists were not considered visionaries as they are today, but were treated merely as craftsmen, just like carpenters and blacksmiths. The production of art was usually cooperative. The head of the shop was the master, who received commissions and oversaw the assembly of the painting. He was expected to be a businessman and turn a profit, usually creating copies of whatever religious paintings were in vogue at the time. So we'll go to this guy. So he has treasure map of San Giovanni for $395. We could buy it. So yes, we're going to buy it. We're going to be doing a boring part, which is finding treasures at the same time while we sync to different viewpoints and stuff. At the same time, try to avoid fights with guards. So, I know I don't have any weapons now, but let's climb up here. The climbing sucks in the previous games and all that stuff because it's so slow. But it gets better with each game, so alright. So we're gonna go up and get this treasure here. Climb right, mother. Alright, we're gonna get in this fight with these guards here. It's gonna be a little bit of a problem. So we'll loot all three of them. Get some money off of them.
Unclean vermin! May you soon rot in hell!
Alrighty. So go up here. Banks, access database. Looks like the Templars are using the banking network to transport the money. I bet you could snag some of that cash. But the advent of double-entry bookkeeping, which allowed bankers to keep track of their clients' deposits and withdrawals, and the proliferation of many different types of Italian currency into the pool of circulation, banks became an essential part of everyday Renaissance life. Banks technically couldn't make money on their money because the Catholic Church forbade the charging of interest, but in practice this restriction wasn't followed by bankers, or even by the Vatican, which participated in the banking system and required banks to pay the Pope gifts in proportion to the amount of money he had deposited with them. As long as it isn't called interest, God wouldn't notice, right? Alright, so now we'll loot this chest. Should be this bank down here, like I said. Oops. I just straight up tackled that guy down. Yeah, usually banks carry a lot of florins. got those sporns now. Alright, so let's go. I don't want to go to the Giovanni Auditory yet, or the Auditory Villa yet. So we'll go get that treasure over here.
Bring me your sick and wounded.
Alright, so this treasure should be here at the Casa di Vespucci. Now bit and go. I already looked at the info for that earlier. So I get this treasure and then this viewpoint over here. Alrighty. Tackle another dude down. I get this treasure. There we go. I go for this viewpoint here. That viewpoint should be at the top of this little tower here. So now we gotta do the fun part and find a way up there. So these little handholds that you see right here. And then just go up here. Synchronize to the second viewpoint of the game. So there's white walls right there. If you haven't played this yet, those are areas that we cannot access yet. Because they're not part of the current memory. So that means that we pretty much can't go there. Alright, we'll go get this next treasure over here. Fight this group of guys here because they're going to become a little bit problematic. I'm going to get some medicines from the doctor too. Knock that bastard out too. Alright. Let's see here.
You'd rob the dead, you shit!
Oh, they don't need it now. I'll take it and put good use to it. Oh, fuck. Well, excuse my language. Gotta mention that there is going to be some mature language happening on here once in a while. Everybody mess up or something, so a lot of points you can mess up on these games, especially with climbing and everything. And the controls are a little bit finicky, as you can see. So, fun game pretty much. Alright, so we're gonna go get this viewpoint right here. And then we'll work our way around this way. Go up here, get all these treasures, go up here, up. Too sensitive on that. So we'll go up here, get all those other treasures and all that other good stuff, and just work our way, I guess, how you would say it, kind of clockwise. Another viewpoint. We'll go for those treasures of. Oh, oh! I almost died. If that wasn't for that little ledge on that wall, I would have been a goner. I would have desynchronized. That would have been funny, you know, it would have been funny. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's kind of funny seeing them kind of miss the hay bales that they're supposed to jump into and then totally hit the floor. Like, no, you were supposed to jump in the hay bale, not on the dang ground, you know? Especially from a high distance like that. That's just a little bit scary. That was what I call a clinching moment, if you get my drift, you know? We're going to try to net as much money as possible in the beginning of the game and try to save it, because later on, like I said, there's going to be, in my previous playthrough, there's going to be upgrades in the Monster Regione Villa, which you're going to want to get a few basic upgrades there first. Some of them to help improve income, this, that, and the other, and everything else like that to start making money there. Checking out this viewpoint. And that's how that's supposed to work. Alright, we're gonna go get these treasures, and then we'll get this viewpoint. There's a doctor along the way, we'll get the doctor too. Oh, I forgot to mark the treasure. So, alright, so we'll go for that treasure. There we go on that one. Oh, it's always fun. It's always fun using one of those fools to break my fall. I don't want to try to do that yet. I don't want to mess those guards. I don't think that's really part of anything right now. Oh, this place. You gotta be finding out more about this area later on in the series and all that stuff. It's a pretty messed up moment, so. We'll go to this next viewpoint. Getting things done in this playthrough here. So. Palazzo della Signora. Arnolfo di Cambio designed the Palazzo della Signora, also known as the Palazzo Vecchio, in 1299 for the rulers of Florence the Signoria. The Signoria was made up of 9 members or priori selected by the city's guilds, 2 from each district, and a Gonfaloniere justice. Members were supposed to be chosen by the lot, but once the Medici family took power, only their friends seemed to end up in the drawing. Government by the people, right? Interesting fact, the tower in front of is off-center because it was incorporated into Palazzo from an earlier structure. It contains 2 small cells, one of which was used to imprison Cosimo di Medici. Alright, so we're gonna have to make our way to the top of this building here. There's a race right there, but I'll do that after I get done with the syncing of all the viewpoints and stuff. Gotta go to the back of this place here. So, or around the back.
Well now, what's he doing?
It's possible to get up here from here. So, there may be some guards up here. Who knows? Sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. Alright, cool. There's not any guards right there. So we'll go up this ladder. Go this way right here. And then this way. I don't know if there's any guards up there. No. No guards. So. Awesome possum. Alright. So we'll work our way around this way. Go up here. Should be another viewpoint up here. Alrighty. Got another viewpoint down. This one's pretty high up there. It's not the highest viewpoint in this area, by the way. The highest one is over there. That's a fun one to get to, but that won't be until later on. Yeah, so that's where Codex page is. I could go for it, but we're gonna go for a doctor beforehand. I gotta get some healing done. So we will do a leap of faith into this right there. So let's see here. Speak. We'll heal now for 50, and we'll get some apothecary supplies. So we'll get 5 medicines there.
So which part of your pathetic... Now, wait for the sleep!
They gotta be anonymous into the banks whenever you get in a fight with these guards.
Shame on you, you pieces of shit!
So now we're gonna loot these guards. I may not have much money, but every little bit counts. So.
How can one even consider such ungodly?
And we'll get our first codex page, but these won't play until later on in the game. So, and you'll learn about the codex much later on if you stick through some gameplays in the future. So go for this next treasure. There's a race there available, but we won't do that until we get until we get all the map that we can unlocked and get all the treasures and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to get all the boring stuff out of the way first.
You find this amusing, perhaps? I can
Might find that amusing.
Go for it!
Y'all want to fight? Nope. I took that guy out in one swift movement. I swear you guards do not do a good job at your job. How are you supposed to guard things? You guys can't seem to guard a fly. Should be some good treasures in here that they were guarding. Very nice. We'll go up and get this treasure now.
Noble prices for noble wares. Armor fit for an emperor, and the price to match.
Santa Maria del Fiore. One of Italy's largest churches and the largest landmark in Florence, Santa Maria del Fiore is considered by many the first masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. Although the church was designed by Arnolfo di Cambio in 1296, the dome was not started until the beginning of the 15th century. With Cambio long dead, none of the architects at the time had any idea how to construct such an enormous structure, since the use of buttresses was forbidden in Florence and mortar took several days to set. But all was not lost. An amazing comeback story. Filippo Brunelleschi, an architect who had been defeated in an earlier bid to design the baptistry doors, won the competition to build a dome. He beat out Lorenzo Ghiberti, the same artist he had lost to before. Brunelleschi invented the machines to hoist the bricks needed for the dome up to the workers and was able to construct the entire dome without using centering or support structure to hold the dome in place while bricks were laid. Containing over 4 million bricks, the dome was completed in 1436. The lantern was added after Brunelleschi's death in 1446 and supposedly contains holy relics. However, there were several rumors that, in fact, the entire tomb of unknown origin is located inside. So, some more tidbits of information. Giotto's Campanile. Begun by Giotto di Bondone, the famous architect and painter, in 1334, the famous Gothic bell tower was incomplete when Giotto died. Andrea Pisano took over, and by then, in 1348, was felled by the Black Death. In 1359, the tower was completed by Francesco Talenti, who deviated from Giotto's plan in his design of the upper 3 floors. He enlarged each floor to match the previous according to perspective, so when seen from below, all 3 floors seemed to be exactly the same size. The tower is clad with white marble from Carrara, red marble from Siena, and green marble from Prato. It takes exactly 414 steps to reach the top, perhaps predicting Charles Messier's discovery of the Whirlpool galaxy exactly 414 years later. Or perhaps not. Alright, so let's see here. Got 2 treasures up north here. I'm gonna have to climb that. Well, let's get to climbing. The only way through is up. So down here, there's. Oh, fuck me. Nope, not getting into a fight. Gave him the old-fashioned 1-2. Gave him the old what for. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna go up to the dome. Get those treasures up there. Should be an area for me to climb up there on the corner over here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to climb down a little bit and then climb up again. So let's go up here. Work our way down this way. I should have waited until the feathers popped up because some of these areas are gonna have feathers for Petruchio, and you'll understand what the Petruchio quest is later whenever I start playing some more. Basically, it's Ezio's little brother. So, yeah. Sometimes the controls on this game are a little bit fucking wonky. So, but we're making do. We're getting up there. Over to the left here. No, go over to the left. You. Come on, you dumb. There. You couldn't just jump over the left with you positioned the way you were? Alright. There we go. Alright, so we'll work our way up even further. Alright, so there's a couple treasure chests up here. 108 florins. And 100 florins. Should be, there we go. Wherever you see, like, hay things right there and all that, there should be a, thing to jump down into. Or a haystack and all that stuff, so. Our next objective is going to be going up this big tower right here, the Campanile. Giotto's Campanile, I mean. So. So we're going to do that is we're going to go through here, come over here, and then position ourselves up there, jump over this way. Should be a way to enter the Campanile somewhere up here. And I have to go all the way around here. This is a pain in the ass to climb, like all the time. Looks like it's on the front side then. It should be like this one square block if I remember correctly. That helps me get up there. Yep, there it is. There's my square block. Alright, so I'll go over here. Get this treasure. Should be another treasure down here that we can get. Oh, fuck. Keep on falling down from high distances. Alright, so let's see here. Go this way. Go that way. Some of these areas are kind of like a puzzle to get out of and get through and all that stuff. You just gotta find the correct route and work your way up. So we're just gonna exit out of here just by pressing circle, and then we're going to keep on working our way up here. So gotta find the exact way to get up. Should be this way. Because what we're gonna need to do is get to the very top of this tower. This is going to give us a viewpoint. And it's the highest viewpoint in this area, by the way. So very impressive climb. Synchronize to the area. And find the jump. There we go. That'd be scary as shit. Alright, so we just got one more viewpoint in the area, handful of treasures, so we're working it down. Hope I get some beer soon. Alright, so let's see here. That should be a bank that should be on the other side because it's two treasure chests together. So let me see here. If we get this furthest one to the north, we can knock out that viewpoint and then come back around and get these two treasure chests and get these other four down here. And then after that, we can do the race. And then we'll move on with the main quest and shit like that. So. But after we do the race, I'll probably take another small break, get some water. not exactly healthy to play over an hour at a time and all that stuff and then take a 15-minute break in there, so I think around that time should be a little bit over an hour by the time I get the race done, and then we can continue on with main questing after I return back, so um let's see here. We'll work our way up here. So I want to get into the fight with them. That's going to consume a little bit of time. Oh, fuck. Alright, so now we're just going to run. Right, so this treasure should be around here somewhere. Oh, I probably know where it is. It's probably in one of those other rooftop terraces up here. I have to look in here. So, yep, I was right. Finicky controls. So there we go. We found that one. And take another medicine. I have to restock on those before the races too, so. Alright, this place looks like it's open for business. No competition here whatsoever. Alright, next thing we're going to go for is this viewpoint up here. Bottega di Leonardo Firenze. Leonardo da Vinci opened his own studio after completing his apprenticeship to Verrocchio, one of the most successful Florentine artists of the day. Between 1476 and 1481, Leonardo probably continued to collaborate with Verrocchio, although no one's quite sure what he's working on. In 1481, he was given his first commission by the monks of San Donato e Scopeto to paint the Adoration of the Magi. In true Da Vinci style, he began the painting but never finished it.
The price of perfection is not measured in coin. Well,
so Leonardo da Vinci apparently is going to be a key figure in this, which I already knew. But just let people know that have never played this before. To that viewpoint. So now in this present area, until we unlock more areas with more sequences, we got all the viewpoints pretty much caught up on now. So 7 out of 73. There's 73 in the whole game, so a lot of viewpoints, but that's going to be throughout the entire series, though, viewpoint after viewpoint after viewpoint. So it's pretty much something to help you understand what's going on in the area and stuff like that, and get a lay of the land and stuff, and complete maps and all that stuff, and synchronize. So synchronization is very much key in this game and all that. Alrighty, so we'll go and get this treasure, then that one right there, and then that one right there, and then we will go do the race, and then after the race, before the first actual main mission, I'm going to take a small break, so rest my eyes a little bit from the TV screen. So we got this treasure over here. And I just tackled another dude down there. That's fun. I don't know why, but that's funny. No, you're not. You are not dreaming this. It is happening right in front of your very eyes. You ever seen me scale the side of a building? Oh, come on. I want to go down, not up. Alright, come on, get in there. There we go. Alright, so we should have one more treasure in this district. And we'll do the race, and then after the race I'll take a break before the first main quest and all that stuff. So I'll be doing this in a multi-part series, by the way. So as I make videos and all that, I'll sort them into basically categories and stuff like that as to which game I'm playing and all that. And eventually update the headers and all that stuff, and update everything else and all that stuff, and as to what I'm doing in each video. So a little bit more organization is going to be happening on my channel here soon to help you find things a little bit easier and all that stuff. And eventually I'll look through some of my playthroughs and stuff like that and see what some of my best moments are and everything. So, but anyways, we're going to go down and get this treasure. Not going to speak to Giovanni yet, which is his father. So, before we go and do any races, we gotta go to a doctor, which I'm gonna go to the one near the start of the race, or on the way anyways. So, let's see here. I'll go to that doctor right there. That's a good starting point. I'll just go across the rooftops here. You can play this game mostly from the rooftops. Just so you guys know. Oh, fuck. Sometimes the controllers are still a little bit finicky, though. They didn't perfect a lot of the controls in these games back then and all that. Some of them are still kind of a little bit wonky, but that's alright. They're still fun games. Get to play historical moments, visit historical things and all that stuff. Use things that you wouldn't normally find on any other game. So, alright, so fully healed. We're gonna do that. Press square to fill. Buy that many, and we have enough medicines to last us for a while. So we're gonna go to this first race right here.
I can outrun anyone in this distretto. I hear you the best. Prove it.
So this is called the Florentine Sprint. Bet you can't beat my record. Bet I can. Alright, so now we're gonna learn about thieves. I bet those thieves can work with you to distract the guards, and if you start a brawl, they'll probably fight with you. Just go talk to them, they'll tell you their price. Renaissance thieves were usually wanderers who could vanish at the first sign of trouble. I thought that was my cat. Making it hard for guards to track them. Black market businesses, Renaissance Italy was booming. Muggings in the major cities were fairly common, as were murders. Often strollers were attacked in the dead of night, killed, robbed, and then rolled into the nearest river or canal, even if a thief merely stole rather than killed. The penalties if caught were often unduly harsh. Torture was common. Thieves were put in stocks and sometimes even publicly executed. In order to avoid punishment, thieves often created bonds of trust amongst each other. Each was supposed to tell the rest of his dirty secrets, which meant that each thief potentially held his comrade's lives in his hands. Alright, so we're going to do this race right now. So we got to run through all the checkpoints before the time runs out. The foot races are pretty much going to be in a lot of the games and all that stuff. With the Ezio trilogy and everything, so damn it, went the wrong way. I should be able to complete it, hopefully. Okay. There we go. Blacksmith. I bet these guys can study weapons, armor, daggers, and ammunition. They even do repairs. Every Renaissance community needed blacksmiths. Swords, locks, pans, knives, nails, and armor were all made from metal, and all needed to be reshaped. In addition, architectural ironwork flourished during the Renaissance as blacksmiths began to apply their practical craft towards making art. And I finished the race. I'm gonna fight at the same time. After this fight, I'm gonna back out in the stream a little bit. Take a little bit of a break.
Shame on you, you pieces of shit!
Yeah, run.
Shame!
Don't tell your friends about me. That's how I whooped all your other friends as asses.
Long may purgatory make you weep for your sins. True sound of hell.
Alright, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna end the stream right now, and then I'll be starting on part 3 whenever I get back from my break. Okay, so I'll see y'all soon.